Let's take a look at this last example here in section 4 of triangle congruency. It says Tammy and John are hiking. Tammy hikes 300 feet east of camp and then hikes 500 feet north. John hikes 500 feet west of camp and then 300 feet north. Write a coordinate proof to prove what kind of triangle that Tammy, John, and the camp make. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to put the camp right down here. Let's pick a spot for it. So I'm going to put right there is camp. I'm going to call that point C. Now, Tammy hikes 300 feet east of camp and then 500 north. So 300 east, and east would be going to the right. And I'm going to say that each grid square counts for 100, so I'm going to go 3, 5. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we're going to be right up there. So that would be 300 there, or 3, and then up 5. So instead of using 300 and 500, I'm going to say the coordinate there is 3, 5, and that is Tammy. John hikes 500 feet west, so I'm going to go 5 to the west of camp, so 5 grid squares, and then 300 feet north. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to the left, and 2, 3 up. So we're going to be right there. And that is John, so I'm going to call that point J. Camp is going to be 0, 0, or the origin. And so we're going to call this coordinate negative 5, comma 3. Because he went 500 feet west and 300 feet north. So let's draw in our triangle here that's formed. And we're going to figure out what kind of triangle that is using the distance formula, finding the length of sides. So let's do the distance. Let's do distance from C to J first. So we'll go from camp to John. So our distance formula, I'm going to go negative 5 minus 0 squared plus 3 minus 0 squared. So that's negative 5 squared plus 3 squared underneath the square root, which is square root 25 plus 9, which is square root 34. Let's do now the distance from camp to Tammy. So now I'm using 0, 0, and 3, 5, so I'm going to go 3 minus 0 squared plus 5 minus 0 squared. So that's 3 squared plus 5 squared, which is 9 plus 25. So that's square root 34. And then our last one, we're going to find the distance it is from John to Tammy, J to T. So now I'm using negative 5, 3, John, and Tammy, 3, 5. So underneath parentheses, I'm going to have 3 minus negative 5 squared plus 5 minus 3 squared. This turns into plus, so that's really 8 squared, and then 2 squared. So that's the square root of 64 plus 4, or the square root of 68. So as you can see, that side is different. So we have two sides the same using the distance formula here. And therefore it's isosceles. So two sides equal. So therefore it is an isosceles triangle.